time for some topics. I wanted to do something a little different for my topic today.
Oh boy.
So, what I wanted to do was Nintendo has the nice thing about the Switch is it's selling. And I've been on record saying this a lot that when Nintendo is successful and they have a big selling console, we get a lot of weird and quirky resurrection games. Like a lot of games that are dead come back. So what I wanted to do was I wanted you and I to pitch one game, but not just pitch it, like go through it. Like what's the game? How does
Okay.
it work? What's going to be different this time than last time? All that stuff. So I want you and I to pitch a dead game to Nintendo, and we'll go from there. So I'll let you go first.
Okay.
If you're ready, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, I'll let you pitch first. Pitch me your game.
All right. Do you have any like trash cans you bang in or something or
No.
whistling? No. Okay. So my game is FZero Grand Prix.
Okay.
So it was. Turns out the Star Fox rumor was just an FZero game.
Oh boy.
So here's what we do with it. First of all, it's completely free. It's an online only game, so you need Nintendo Switch Online, which I don't think is that bad. So the big shtick of it is that you have like probably like 50, like the big attraction is like 50 person races, which all online, and that's like the Grand Prix part, and you keep getting eliminated, go to the next round and stuff like that. You monetize it by skins of your ship, so like think like an R-Wing skin or like some kind of an Animal Crossing or Splatoon or something.
Yeah.
So you do skins, you do characters, and so that's how you monetize and stuff like that. I think this would be a home run. It's a competitive racing game, just competitive game in general. We were just talking about a couple episodes ago. Just give that like, besides Smash, there's no other game that really like, puts people against each other. So I feel like that would be cool. I mean, I don't know how you feel about the free part, Nintendo Switch Online only. Of course, they could be in offline mode or
I mean, for me, it sounds like I would do like a Tetris 99 type deal.
yeah,
Like if it's similar to that, and that works.
yeah,
So yeah, I'm all for that. I think that works really well, honestly. So I'd back that. I'd be all for that.
yeah. And there was DLC for Tetris 99, so maybe you make like a campaign or a story mode DLC. I don't
Yeah,
know.
there's all kinds of stuff you could add because they monetize the DLC. They
Yeah,
they put value on it. Like, hey, you want to play offline? Give us $10.
yeah.
Okay, no problem.
What do you think about Captain Falcon though? Is he dead forever?
See,
It's a tough call.
here's the thing. I'm not the biggest fan of FZero.
Yeah,
Now, I don't know whether because here's the thing. Those games are very, very hard to go back to.
yeah,
If you play FZero on the Super Nintendo, it is so bad. You know, but here's another thing. I love Mario Kart. You play Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo, it's so bad.
yeah. It is.
So it becomes very difficult for me to go back and play these games with without just blinders on because it's not what I like. I don't like that you have to stay on the track. If you go off, you blow
Yeah.
up and all that stuff, and it's
It's pretty impressive what they did though back then. Like
oh
you go to the N64 game, it's
yeah
60 frames with like 30 people racing. So I
yeah.
mean,
Now I never played the N64 one, so maybe that's the one I should jump into.
it's
But
really
the one on
good.
the Super Nintendo is bad. That being said, I would like to see them try because I love playing the F-Zero tracks
Yeah.
on Mario Kart. I think they did a fantastic job with those. So I wouldn't playing something like that. I think like, hey, I wouldn't mind this. Now I played with it Fast Racing RMX and all that stuff, and those games are so hard. Like I
Yeah, they are.
struggle with them. You know what I mean? And that's really what F-Zero is kind of like. But that being said, I know there's a huge audience for F-Zero. There's a huge amount of people that want F-Zero to return. I think that, like, Captain Falcon isn't dead. That's a crazy thing. Like, Captain Falcon is a huge character in Smash. People love him in Smash. Why is there no more games? Like, why is
I
it
don't
dead?
know.
I don't. I don't understand it.
Maybe it's they just want their racing game to be like Mario Kart. They want people to think Nintendo Racing, Mario Kart. But I think there needs to be another difficulty factor or like a different option for people to choose.
Yeah.
I don't know. This excites me though. Competing against people, changing my skins and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Because I've thought that's what I want from my Mario Kart.
Yeah.
I want that from my Mario Kart to be like, hey, this is where we are. Where you get different tracks, they get different racers, you get all that stuff, and like there is skins, there is all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'd be all for it. Like I want Nintendo to take the Fortnite model and just kill it with that because
Yeah.
I would love that stuff. So we'll see. We'll see how time goes. For me, so here's the thing. I actually listed a lot of games that I thought
Oh.
could potentially be ones that I do one for, right? And I just went through and was like, what games are dead the Nintendo franchise? Kid Icarus, Gyromite, that's a pool. Yeah, that's a dead pool.
Yeah. Holy crap.
FZero, I did talk about. Wave Race, Diddy Kong Racing. And I was very close to doing Diddy Kong Racing. Yoshi's Cookie, Punch Out, Ken Griffey Jr. Baseball,
Oh my God.
Wii Sports, Earthbound, Wario Land, Star Tropics, Advance Wars, Codename Steam. There was the original Pro Wrestling on the NES. And I went through all those games and I was just like, that's not the one I want. I want a game called Kung Fu. There was a game on the NES called Kung Fu. And essentially, I have a list here of stuff we're going to do to this game. This is what we're going to do. First off, I would give it to Retro Studios. That'd be the first thing I'd do. Because I feel like if anybody could do something really, an homage to the classic and do something really good with it, it'd be them. So for those who don't know what Kung Fu was, your name was Thomas. You were kind of like a Bruce Lee type character is the way you looked. There was an evil Mr. X who came in, kidnapped your girlfriend Sylvia, and then you have 5 levels essentially. You're starting on one side, on the right, and you're working your way left, and then you get to the end, you fight this boss, whoever it might be, you might have like knives or whatever. You fight the boss, you beat the boss, you go up the steps, now you gotta go from left to right. And it's not super hard, but there was like a level 1 and then level 2. And level 1 was not that difficult, but whatever. But level 2, it got a little bit harder. And then when you beat it, you went back to start. And it was just repetitive. It was old school stuff. So the changes I would make is, number 1 is, I would keep it pixel art. I would go
Nice.
16-bit graphics with it.
Okay.
The difference is, though, rather than the very repetitive left, right, up, down, all that stuff across, I would make it more like a Double Dragon, a Final Fight type game. So
Okay.
a beat 'em up, per se, a more better beat 'em up. The way I started off is the game would start off 16-bit graphics with a cutscene. And this is very loose or whatever, so it's whatever. But Thomas comes home from visiting his sick mother to find his house destroyed and his girlfriend Sylvia missing. He finds pictures of Sylvia beaten up throughout the house. Like there's just Polaroids of Sylvia beaten up, laying across the ground on the floor. He goes to their bedroom and finds a gigantic X spray painted on the wall, and then the game starts. So,
Oh my God.
and then basically, like I talk about, like unlike the original, I would do like a Double Dragon type vibe or something like that. Like I think that it's something where a lot of people, because the game was so bare bones basic originally, you could get away with doing anything with it because people don't know the franchise.
Yeah.
And even people that do know it, you don't really remember all the backstory and all the stuff. There wasn't a huge backstory, it was just enough to get you playing the game or whatever. But I would love for them to actually do stuff with cutscenes, kind of like Ninja Gaiden used to do cutscenes, like these pixel art cutscenes with the text popping up. It would be, to me, it would just be a nice blast to the past, like a $5 eShop, $10 eShop game. Just put it out, boom, go.
I'd pay $20.
Maybe 20. Yeah, depending on the detail, how much they
I
spend on
really
it.
want to see a Nintendo pixel art game in
I do
modern
too,
time.
man. I think it would be so fantastic to get something like that.
And then you beat the game and you unlock the original Kung Fu.
That would be cool. That would be
Cool.
That would be great.